Hello and welcome back to my channel, where I talk about Japan, the JET program, showcase my travel and experiences, and give my opinions. So if any of that interests you, be sure to subscribe or suffer a horrific death. It's October, so we're going to be kicking off spooky season here on my channel with some Japanese ghost stories. I have prepared 3 of them. The only thing I want to say in advance is that the word yokai means basically a general term for supernatural creatures. Ooh. So let's just dive right in.
A young samurai was accosted in the street by an alluringly gorgeous woman. Although she was beautiful, the samurai saw through her disguise, realizing she was not a human, but some kind of yokai. He immediately drew his sword and plunged it towards her, but only injuring the strange woman before she quickly retreated. The samurai followed the scarlet trail of spotted blood all the way to an old abandoned house. Inside, he found dozens of bodies bound in spider silk and a giant Joro spider, dead from the injuries it had received.
The Jorogumo is a half-woman, half-spider yokai that can transform herself into a beautiful woman to allure unsuspecting men when she is hunting to devour. Let's move on to story number 2.
Oiwa was a stunningly beautiful young woman who was married to the samurai Iemon, a petty man who only loved her for her head-turning looks. Another woman, Ome, was madly in love with Iemon, and out of jealous rage, she tricked Oiwa into using a cream that was laced with poison. It disfigured Oiwa's face, causing one of her eyes to droop and her hair to fall out, without even noticing. Disgusted with her new appearance, Iemon wished to divorce Oiwa and marry Ome. The despicable samurai hired his friend Takuetsu to rape Oiwa so that he would have the grounds for divorce. Takuetsu was so shocked by Oiwa's appearance, he couldn't follow through with the orders. Instead, he told Oiwa of Iemon's plan and showed Oiwa her own face in a mirror. Seeing her deformed face for the first time, Oiwa was so horrified that she stole Takuetsu's sword, killing herself. With her last breath, she cursed Iemon's name. On the night of Iemon's remarriage to Ome, the ghost of the disfigured Oiwa appeared before him. A terrified and guilty Iemon quickly fled from Oiwa, but no matter how far he ran, he couldn't escape her hauntings. After that night, no matter where Iemon looked, even in the very lanterns he used to light his path, he would see Oiwa's face staring back at him.
Not all scary stories are fake. The story of Oiwa is based on real events from 17th century Edo. However, if I believed every horror movie that told me it was based on real events, I would struggle to sleep every night, so maybe don't worry about it. Story number 3.
A young man in search of his fortune was passing through the snow-covered mountains when he's caught in a sudden snowstorm and loses his way. Nearly frozen to death, he almost gives up hope when a strange woman covered in frost and with a face as pale as snow appeared before him. A Yuki Onna, a kind of yokai. Because he was still so young, the Yuki Onna took pity on him and guided him to a warm cabin in the woods, saving his life. In exchange for his rescue, however, she made him promise never to tell anyone of their meeting. Years later, the young man met and married a charming girl named Yuki, and they lived happily together for many years. But one day, the young man told his wife about how he was once saved by the mysterious Yuki Onna, breaking his promise. As he reveals this tale to his wife, her face grew pale and frost began to cover her body. His wife's true identity was the Yuki Onna. The promise broken, she vanished back into the winter's night.
The Yuki Onna is a type of snow spirit yokai. She usually takes the life of those who wander into her frozen lands. However, sometimes she even falls in love. Happy October spooky season! I hope you guys enjoyed these spooky stories. Are you familiar with any Japanese ghost stories? I would love to get some links to different stories which I have not read yet, so do comment any you know below. And of course, as always, please do subscribe for more.
Oh my goodness.